We as human beings have always wanted to create things that are extraordinary, and one of the main things that has been on our mind has been flying cars. Now sure, we've had hybrids of flying cars, which is basically a plane and a car stuck together, but you cannot really classify that as a flying car because at most it's a weird looking plane or an inconvenient car. So that concept has basically remained untouched until now, because we actually have our first, what I think is the best flying car, and we're going to have a look at it right now. So I'm William and welcome to my new segment called Unusual Tech. A Swedish company by the name of Jetson has recently launched their own evtol, which basically stands for Electric Vertical and Takeoff Aerial Vehicle, whatever that's what it's called, which they are calling the Jetson One, and we're gonna have a look at their trailer, and I got a sneaking suspicion that this thing is gonna be amazing. So let's go. Oh wow. That thing looks so good. I'm guessing with this thing, you basically don't need to get a drone anymore. You gotta just use your your phone. No way. What? That's just basically a gigantic drone. Amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Oh, what? No way. And the joysticks, the controls. It looks so simple. Wow. Guys, I don't know what to say. I am blown away by what I'm seeing here. This is simply amazing. All I can say is I want one. I don't care, I want one. Because this thing is so freaking sweet. And I like it, it's got headlights and brake lights on it as well, which is amazing. It's basically a car. No way. I mean, this thing looks so sleek, so futuristic. I cannot believe they actually came up with something like this. And I like it, you can use your phone basically to monitor your altitude, your speed. So surely there's some sort of application that you can download. And I wonder though if you can actually charge your phone with this thing while you're in the air. And then another thing what I find amazing is how if he landed that this guy is a fantastic pilot. So after looking at this video, I'm just blown away at the simplicity, but the ingenuity, the genius behind it, because a lot of manufacturers have been trying to make that car that can see 2+ people fly, when in fact the answer was just to make a single-seater aerial vehicle. Just take a drone, make it bigger, and put somebody in it. That is amazing. So let's run over some quick facts about this drone. Number one, price. So the price of the Jetson One is going to set you back quite a lot. It is a total of $92,000, which is the equivalent of buying a Model S. But between you and me, the Model S is just much better. Now, if you do buy one, be sure, I am telling you this, be sure that you do this, that you do not have a maximum weight of 95 kilograms, because that is as much as this vehicle can support. And if you do weigh more than 95 kilograms, I suggest you do some crunches because otherwise you're going to end up like this.
You ready to have some fun? Yeah, hit it! Okay. Go, you gotta hit high!
As well, to control this vehicle is very simple. As we saw in the video, it's basically being handled by some joysticks. As you see here, some joysticks and pedals and a throttle. That's all it. And then of course you have the computer stabilization just to keep it stable. Just think of this in terms of a gigantic DJI drone. That's basically what it is. Now, if you are buying this, I understand you are concerned for safety reasons because you're in a vehicle that is above ground, really above ground, and if you fall to the ground, you're dead and you don't want to die. But Jetson has assured us that safety is our #1 priority. That's what they say. So they've installed a number of safety measures in it. So #1 is a race car inspired space frame safety cell design, which basically means there's aluminum piping, really strong aluminum pipe. It's a shell that really protects you like a turtle. So if you were to drop to the ground, you are safe. You will have your cuts and bruises, but you won't be dead. You can fly with the loss of one motor. So if you happen to clip that tree as you go through the forest, or if it just malfunctions, you can land safely with the help of 3 motors. There is hands-free hover and emergency function. So think in terms of a DJI drone. Basically, if you lose control of this aerial vehicle, just let go of everything and it should stabilize itself, which is really good. They also have triple redundant flight computers, which basically means that you got 3 computers, and if you lose 1 and 2, you still got 3 that can get you down. Ballistic parachutes with rapid deployment time. So that's basically in all else, if all else fails, if you get too close to that tree or too close to that tower and you manage to short circuit the entire thing, or you break all your blades and you're hurtling to the ground, the parachutes will deploy instantaneously to basically save you. And then we got something that basically, if you were aiming for that tower, you can't get to it because it does have LiDAR sensors that can track the terrain and perform obstacle avoidance. So that is basically they hit all the safety concerns with this vehicle. If I had any, I don't really care because that thing looks so much fun. So how far, how long, and how fast can you actually fly this flying car? So basically, according to the Observer, all links are in the description below. According to the Observer, you can fly up as high as 4,921 feet without running into any issues. Then you can as well fly as fast as 63, where is it here? Where is it? Here, 63 miles per hour, which is the equivalent to 101 kilometers per hour if you use kilometers. And then sadly, on a single charge, the Jetson One can last in hover state for about 20 minutes. Now, I know 20 minutes is very short, but we can all agree that that will be a very fun 20 minutes. Now, they say that you can start ordering for 2022, but do not get your hopes up because they only made a total of 12 chassis, 12 production models, and unfortunately, the entire 2022 production is sold out, which means that if you do want to order one, there is one available for 2023. Now, looking at the actual orders and reserved for clients, you can see a lot of them are in California, some are in Europe, some are in Florida, and basically those people like in California, they want to use it to skip the LA traffic. Now, because Jetson One is mainly focused as a single-seater hobbyist type plane, that means it is very light because basically there's not much to it. You got the blade, you got the shell, you got the seat, that's it. Which means that it is quite light. It is actually a total of 86 kilograms, which, according to FAA regulations, labels this thing as an ultra-light aerial vehicle, meaning that you do not need a pilot's license to operate it, which makes it so convenient for every single customer who buys it. Now, like, that is good. So I did mention that people will use this to skip the LA traffic, but Unfortunately, because of those FAA rules, even though you do not need a license to operate this vehicle, there are certain rules that you do have to follow. Number one, you cannot fly this vehicle in congested areas, meaning you cannot use it to skip that LA traffic. Number two, you cannot fly it in restricted airspaces like a normal drone. You can't fly it in airports, air bases, whatever you want to do. You can't do it. You basically get shot down. And number three, even though this thing has headlights, you cannot fly it at night, which is very unfortunate. Basically, the best place to fly this thing is you go in the early morning to the desert. You obviously have, if this thing takes batteries, it does take batteries. You have quite a few batteries with you, and you just fly the whole day during the desert, and then you pack up and go home at the end of the day. Now, what would have been awesome is if you could actually use this thing for your commute. I know you've got a short battery time of 20 minutes, but it would have been nice if you could use this thing to get to work. I mean, what better way to show off than literally just hover down into your parking spot? That would be amazing. I wouldn't recommend picking up people, because as you can see by these blades that is spinning on this thing here, if you think a DJI blade nipping your finger is bad, imagine how that's gonna feel if you try and pick up a passenger, as well as you both have to be approximately 30 kg, 40 kg to even get that thing going. So, Jetson One, if you watch this video, I just like to commend you on what an amazing innovation of technology you have created here. The first, what I say, is a beautiful flying car, something that you clearly are having great success because you're entirely sold out already. So Jetson One, your unusual tech is fantastic tech, and I can see great use for the future. And that is the end of the video, guys. I'd like to thank you so much for watching it. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, as well as to smash that notification bell to be kept informed about my weekly videos. And if you have any ideas for unusual tech, please comment them down below, because we're going to be looking at a lot of freaky shit. Anyway, until next time, guys, have a good one and fly safe.